friends, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my game room. I'm fully aware that I just uploaded the game room makeover maybe like a month ago, not even. And yes, I did already organize my board games, but if you are in the board game hobby, you know that reorganizing the board games is so much fun, and it's just so therapeutic and so satisfying to just reorganize them in a different way. And I've been thinking, which this video you guys probably already know by the title, but we are reorganizing our board games, and I've been really wanting to reorganize them in a different way. In the board game makeover video, I organized them by player count, and it has been pretty helpful, like having certain groups come over and knowing like we, I guess, can't use some board games, or we like shouldn't even look at some board games because we can't even play them. So that's been pretty helpful, but just the way everything looks, I'm just not a fan right now. So I'm thinking I'm either going to organize them by color, which would look really nice, but there wouldn't really be any rhyme or reason to the way that they're organized. Just by color wouldn't really help with picking, but it would look nice. But then I could also organize it by theme, which I think that's the one that I'm leaning towards. I've already like typed up lists of like different themes and which board games would go where on my computer. So I did that last night. Yes, I am a nerd. Yes, I really love organizing. And it's really nice to be able to do this type of video where it's kind of like meshing my two hobbies, which is organization and planning, with board games. I think it's so much fun. And also, you know, being in the house, it's kind of house content as well, or home content. So yes, anyways, that's what we're going to be doing today. Before we get into that though, I wanted to kind of chat about something with you guys. A huge shout out to Tim Chuan. He actually saw my last video and messaged me. He's been so helpful overall, just being a really good friend in the board game community. And he messaged me and he's like, I watched your last video, and did you ever consider making a separate YouTube channel for your board game content? And this is definitely something that went through my head when I first started uploading board game stuff, but in my heart, I really, really wanted to just have everything that I loved on one channel. And then hopefully people that didn't want to watch the board game stuff, they just ignored the board game content and just watched the stuff that they were interested in. And people that did want to watch the board game stuff, they could ignore all of the other content that I did on my YouTube channel. But unfortunately, I really don't think that is the best way. And unfortunately, that's just not how YouTube and just social media in general works. You really, really have to nowadays pick a niche and stick to that to be the most successful here on YouTube and just in social media in general. If you're doing TikTok, Instagram, it's really, really good to pick a niche unless you are super, super famous. Like obviously YouTubers that have, you know, 1 million plus, they can start really putting everything that they love into their YouTube channel, because the people are not only there for the, you know, hobbies and stuff that they're showing, but they're also there for that YouTuber. And unfortunately, as much as I would love that, it's just not where my channel is right now. So I need your guys' help. I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments. Do you think that you would be interested in me making a separate channel for board games? Whether you are interested in board games and you would go over and subscribe to that channel, or if you are not into board games, would you prefer me to, you know, move all of my board game content over to another YouTube channel? Please let me know. I would love, love, love your guys' input on this, because it's definitely something. When Tim messaged me, he said, have you ever considered it? And I was like, yes, I have definitely considered it. Especially even, I think I asked on my Instagram also that I was gonna make a separate Instagram for my board game stuff too. But a lot of people were like, nah, just leave it all in the same one. So I think I'm going to leave everything. I don't know. Should I, if I make a new YouTube channel for board games, should I make a new Instagram for board games too? I don't know. Please, please let me know what you guys think. This is just like a weird thing, and it's like a scary thing because it's just really scary to start fresh and not know if it's going to be successful. You know, my board game content has been getting some decent views, to be honest. Like Compared to my subscriber count, the ratio is definitely pretty low, but I think it's doing pretty well. I don't know. It's scary, and I would hope that if I did, you know, people would come and subscribe, but you never know. It could be completely unsuccessful, and it's just really, really scary starting fresh and just hoping that good things come from it. But again, please let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Should I make a new YouTube channel, start fresh, just only having board game content over there? I would be able to upload more because as of right now, like, I'm wanting to upload more board game content on this channel, but I'm always scared that I'm going to annoy the people that don't want the board game content, you know? So yeah, it's just always like I want to do more board game content, but I shouldn't because people are going to get annoyed with me. But if I just have a board game channel, I will want to upload more over there. So let me know. I would stick to uploading once a week over here on this channel, more planner stuff and just like lifestyle stuff. I would still have a little bit of, you know, board game stuff here and there in like vlogs, but that'll be a good opportunity for me to introduce board games to new people, but not have the sole focus on board games, if that makes sense. So if Francis and I in a weekly vlog happen to play a board game, I could be like, if you guys are interested in knowing more about this board game, go check out, you know, my board game channel, you know? So I think I'm leaning towards wanting to do it, but I would just love to know from you guys if it's something that you'd be okay with and you'd be interested in. Again, it's very scary, so I'm like a little bit nervous, but I'm gonna stop yapping. Thank you for listening to this huge chat. I will have chapters down below, so if you know, didn't wanna, well, I guess if you're still watching, you didn't skip, but hopefully the people that didn't want to watch this part just skipped to me organizing. But that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna start organizing my board games. Like I told you guys, I made like lists on my laptop, so I'm gonna go by that, and we are going to reorganize the board games, which I'm gonna do by theme, and I'll kind of explain to you guys what I'm doing as I do it. But thanks again for listening to me yap for 5 minutes, 7 minutes. It's currently 7:43 on my camera, so thanks for listening to me for a long time, and let's get into reorganizing my board games, shall we? Okay, so this is what the board game room is currently looking like. If you guys haven't gone and seen, I did do a full like board game room makeover video, so I will link that down below and up in the corner if you guys want to go check that out after watching this. But this is what it looks like. Penny is living her life in her little bed. She's so cute. This is also where Francis plays video games and stuff. This used to be our rec room, and we found we weren't really using it very often, and we were playing board games up in our dining room more than we were using this rec room. So we're like, why not change the rec room into a board game room so that we can have like a specific place to play board games and store all of our board games. So yes, this is what it is currently looking like. This stuff here is for streaming. Francis and I, within the last month, have started streaming over on Twitch. It's just JennaRoseStreams, which I might end up changing because I feel bad that like Francis isn't in the title of the streams. It's just all focused on me. But yeah, let me know if any like Twitch usernames that we could use for our stream. But maybe if I like come up with a board game YouTube channel name, I could change my Twitch name to have the same name so that it's kind of like connected. But yes, this is just for like our overhead camera, and then we have the mic there. I also use the mic for like board game YouTube content. So yes, the board game table is from Board Game Tables. Huge shout out to them. They did send this to us, which we are super, super appreciative of. And we absolutely have been loving it. If you're wanting like a pretty affordable board game table, this one is definitely the one to check out. And then we have 2 Billy bookcases and a Kallax from IKEA for our board game collection. And like I told you guys right now, we kind of have it in like a player count organization. And then all of these board games here on the Kallax are like pretty ones that I wanted in the background of my content, and then also ones that are like newer that I wanted in the background as well, because this is where I sit to film board game content. So that is that. We have lots of room to grow. There's like no board games behind any of the ones kind of facing out. So we have a ton of room to grow, and I definitely don't see us slowing down with buying new board games. So we will definitely fill up all of these empty shelves, but that is what the Calyx is. And like I told you guys, we have it currently organized by player count for the most part. We do have our roll and writes up here, and then we have card games up there. So aside from the top two shelves, they are organized by player count. So we have all of our roll and writes on this top shelf, aside from a few here that are card games that we ran out of room over there. So just brought them over here. And then all of these shelves are for 1 or 2 to 4 players, aside from Seven Wonders Duel, because again, we ran out of room on our card shelf. But those are all of those games. And then this shelf over here are our like bigger, more player count games. So we have our card games at the top, a few like party games and stuff like that. We have some classics here, as well as some party games. We have, these are all like bigger player counts, at least above 4. So it's, you know, can allow for 5, 6, sometimes even 7 players. And then we have some cooperative games at the bottom, and then the big boys at the bottom, like Gloomhaven and Mansions of Madness. But yes, that is our current way of organizing. So like I told you guys, I think I am going to organize them by theme. That's ultimately what I'm leaning towards. And then maybe within the themes, I can organize them in some sort of color coordination to make it look a little bit better. But I feel like it's just always gonna look all over the place unless I fully go for color, but I feel like that's not the best for like functionality. It's only for looks. So we're gonna do theme. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take everything off the shelves and put it over here, and then we can kind of organize them in piles of themes. I think I told you guys, but I've already kind of made lists of some themes on my laptop, so I'm gonna go by that, put them in piles, and then we can determine like what shelf would be best for what category. So let's do that. Let me put you guys down on the tripod and let's start unloading the shelves. Alright, so everything has been taken off aside from Manchester Madness and Gloomhaven, because I know those are going to be possibly staying there or just like moving to another shelf. And then we have all of my roll and writes on that top shelf. I just kept those there. And then there are some board games here that are new or just ones that don't really fit into a category. I will say that some of these categories are stretching a little bit, but these ones are ones that I know that I want on the Calyx. So we have Decorum, Paint the Roses, which I just recently received both of those. Bitoku didn't really fit into any sort of category that I had, and also, like, I guess I could just put it in with like nature, but I also really love the covers, so I always want that one in the background because it's gorgeous. We have Above and Below and Rome. Those are my 2 Ryan Lockett games, which I really want more Ryan Lockett games, so I'm hoping to pick up some soon and have those in that stack there. And then Concordia and Lost Ruins of Arnak on that shelf right there. Those are like really long board or long boxes, and they don't really fit great on these shelves. So those are there, and then I just have Alchemists because, again, that one doesn't really fit into any of these categories. But we have Small World and Chakra over here because those are ones that Francis and I want to play again before we decide to get rid of them or not. We have party games there. This is like food and travel, which like a few of them could fit into nature as well, like Trekking the World. I guess is kind of nature-y, but then I think it's mostly travel, so that is what this is. If any game had like a location in the title, like Santa Monica, Tokaido, Santorini, anything like that, I put it in this category, as well as all of like the, you know, drink and food type games like Foodies, Seize the Bean, as well as viticulture, sushi, all the sushis. We have the smallest little stack of space games, which I did put both the Clanks together. The first original Clank is not space themed. Obviously space, or Clank in Space is obviously space themed, but I just want to keep them together, so I just added Clank to this pile as well. And then this is the like nature and animal pile. A few of those might end up going back onto this shelf as well. And then let me go around here. We have my lists on my computer. Scythe, I don't really know where to put right now. It is like a pretty big box, so I might just stick it on a shelf by itself for now. But we have a huge stack of like mystery horror games. This stack here is kind of random. We have a few like water piratey type ones, Maracaibo. Like I think Maracaibo is a location, so I think technically Maracaibo should be in the travel and food category, but I kind of want to put Maracaibo with Forgotten Waters. Quacks is a little bit random, Villainous random. Great Western Trail again is kind of like a location, but I don't really think it's like travel. I don't know. Those two are a little bit weird. And then we have Vivid Memories at the bottom, which doesn't really have a category either. This is like building, like city building, home building. So we have like Dream Home, Castles Burgundy, Caverna, Tiny Town, Seven Wonders, all those. These are all of our card games. I have like a few tins, which I think I might just put on this shelf down here because they don't really fit the greatest. Oh, I think I might have gotten a package. Be right back. Okay, we are back. I did not get a new package. It was just someone picking up a package that I had on the front porch, but these are classic games, which Francis is like, what classifies something as a classic game? But I think like these ones, Azul, Sagrada, Splendor, Pandemic, King of Tokyo, Carcassonne, Catan, Dixit, and Ticket to Ride, those are all like classics to me. I don't know. Let me know what you classify a classic as. Those are them. And then I think I already showed you guys this, but we got a big stack of mystery / horror. So those are all of the different categories. Hopefully, like some of the shelves will be a little bit more bare than others, and I might have to, you know, take a few off of a shelf. Like I don't know if all of these are going to fit on one shelf, but hopefully they do, so I don't have to like put a random mystery one on another shelf, but we'll see how it goes. But let's get started with this shelf because I do know card games are going up there, and then I think I might do party games, and then we'll go from there. Also, I'm watching the A-Team's Top 100. I've been following along with that. It's been good. Also, Canvas is just going to be staying on the wall over there because it's adorable. And I do think that I'm going to order the expansion for Canvas because we've been absolutely loving it. Definitely recommend Canvas for gamers, non-gamers, new to gaming. It's absolutely fabulous. Okay, so let's start with card games. I don't know why I stacked everything on top of Seven Wonders Duel, but that one is going to be going on the shelf first. We absolutely love Seven Wonders Duel. I kind of want to, no, I'll just put it on its side. I think I like this side of the box better. And then we'll kind of do bigger games. Actually, Sunset Over Water is not technically a card game. We'll do Dog Lover, Point Salad, and we can go in with Paperback, which I love how the side of Paperback is like little books. It's very cute. We'll do Paperback, and then finish off larger ones with The Crew, Mission Deep Sea. We did get rid of the crew, just because we didn't, oh, we need to put this one there too, Arboretum. We didn't need both of the crews, so we ended up getting rid of that. And then we have Arboretum, which I really enjoyed this game. I was a little bit scared because it has some like take back aspects to it, but it is so pretty and so like thinky, and there's not too much take that. Like it's soft take that, which I enjoy. So that's gonna go here. It's about the same size as the crew. We have Exploding Kittens, which we've never played before, but I've heard good things about it. I don't know why we haven't played it. I don't even know anything about this game. Maybe I will look into how this game plays, and then we can decide if we want it. Card game shelf, we have Similo. I have Similo Fables, History, and Myths. And then we have 2 boxes of Dutch Blitz because it is the most fun game ever. So that we can play it with up to 8 players, which is great to have. Those here. A Dutch Blitz. Oh, that looks so nice. Oh wow, we love that. And then Sunset Over Water is not technically a card game, so I'm going to place that with all of the like nature games. And then I think the next shelf down is going to be party games, which we don't have a ton. I think I'm going to include dexterity games in with party games because to me they are kind of the same. I feel like when you're playing a dexterity game, there's a lot of laughter and just like movement, and it just feels like a party to me. So I'm going to put dexterity games and party games together on the same shelf, but I would love to know of any other party games that you guys recommend. I do want to get So Clover, and Hues and Clues are 2 party games that I would love to get my hands on. But let me go grab the stack of party games. That is that's our cute little party game shelf. There's like hardly anything there. That's okay. And then I think next, should I maybe, this one's the attached one that you can't move. So that's fine. We'll just keep it like that. So we got card games, party games. Next up is going to be classic games, which this is the first one where we have a expansion. And I think I'm going to try to start putting expansions into the main box, excuse me. So this one I'm going to do after. That's King of Tokyo with the Power Up expansion. And then I'll just go in and start putting the classics, which we only have the 3rd Azul. We have Pandemic. Should I try to color coordinate these ones? I feel like it's pretty good color coordination. Okay, all right. So the next shelf, which this is how the classic shelf ended up looking. I absolutely love it. I did it in color coordination. I wasn't really able to do color coordination with the party games or the card games just because the sizing of the boxes are like so different. So I just kept them in like ascending or descending size. But for this one, I went with the color coordination. Looks beautiful. I didn't end up putting the expansions into the main boxes because none of it fits. So we're just gonna have to deal with the expansions there. But for the next shelf, I think I'm gonna do space games because we don't have too many of them. And I think with the empty space, I'm going to put Scythe there for now. But we do want to start looking into getting some more space themed games. And then eventually when we do get more space themed games, I can just move Scythe to another shelf. But for now, this is all that we have. I am gonna put Clank and Space beside each other. Again, This is not space themed, but oh shoot, I am going to need to move the shelf down. Okay, shelf is up. We're gonna start with Clank, which I know this Clank is not space themed, but I wanted to keep both of the Clanks together, so we'll put those there. And then I think Galaxy Trucker, Search for Planet X, and then Terraforming Mars, Ares Expedition. And then I think, do I have enough room for Scythe? Please, 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 let there be enough room for Scythe. Oh my god, are you kidding me? There's like, please, please just fit. Oh yeah. Okay, good luck to anyone getting any of these board games out, because they're tight in there. But that is that shelf, the space slash Scythe, which kind of like the mechs and stuff are a little bit, well, I guess it's not space, it's like tech, I guess. Anyways, yes, that is that shelf. Okay, so I'm hoping this next shelf, oh, I can like just fit those games. I think this is the biggest of all of our like mystery slash horror games, so this is going to be that shelf. I could very well just move this down one to give a little bit more room, because like the only two games that are down here are Mansions of Madness and Gloomhaven. I don't know, because eventually I would love, there are two big box campaign games that I want so bad, but they are like big commitments. One is The Artisans of Splendid Vale, and then the other one is Familiar Tales. Both of those I would absolutely love. Also, Wonderland's War is another one that I believe has a pretty big box that I would love to have as well. So, you know, we'll see what ends up happening. I think I might end up having to put some more big box games over on the other side at the bottom, which I think will actually look good because it'll like balance it out. But yes, I think I'm gonna move this down one just to give the room or the game some room. So I don't know if that cut me off, but I moved the shelf down. And I think I might be able to do a little bit of color coordination with these, but at the same time I kind of want to keep like the mystery ones together and then the horror ones together. So let me grab, Eldritch Horror is one that like is kind of on the chopping block, so I don't know if that one will go eventually, but I could actually slip this one here if they all don't fit, because Mansions of Madness and Eldritch Horror are kind of based in the same universe. So yeah, I think I might do that for now, if I can't fit them all. Deception more, I don't know if Deception is mystery or is it horror? I think it's more of a mystery. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll do that. But I do want Chronicles of Crime needs to go here. And then moves into those ones. I kind of want Awkward Guests on the end, because it's taller. And then Obscurio. Then I guess we'll do Mysterium, Chronicles of Crime, Deception. Okay, so those are all of our horror slash mystery games. Love that. So before I move on to the other shelves, I wanted to show you guys how this one ended up looking. The party shelf is looking a little sad compared to the other shelves, but we have the big box games at the bottom, then we have all of our horror mystery, we have Scythe randomly. I know it's kind of random, but I'll figure it out later when we do get some more space themed games, but those are all there. And then we have our classic shelf, party game shelf, and then card game shelf. So let me know of any other games in like these categories that you guys think I would like based off of these shelves. But yes, let's move on to the other shelf. So I kind of just realized that I subconsciously kind of organized these in a really awesome way, which basically, if you guys have seen Francis and I's live streams over on Twitch, we sit at the tables and the bookcase that is behind me is this one, and then the bookcase that's behind Francis is that one. And it's kind of cool because Francis does like more like horror, mystery, space, those types of games, and all of those are like on his side, and then all the ones on my side are going to be like the travel and food ones and like cute animal games. So it kind of makes sense, which is kind of cool. There is going to be some on this side that Francis loves, like Caverna and Great Western Trail, Maracaibo, but I think it's kind of cool that like generally all of like his favorite games are over on that side and my favorite games are over here, so love that. But anyways, I think this shelf is going to be, I don't know if I want to split up nature and animals. I don't know if I have enough at this point. I do want to get a lot more like animal themed games and nature themed games for sure. Like the pile is pretty big, but I don't know how many shelves those will take up, so we will see. But it might be animals, nature, and then we have city building, and then random, and I think, oh, and also travel / food. So we will see how many shelves of these it takes up. I'm okay with like some of the shelves being a little bit empty, and then we'll kind of know like what kind of themes to look more into, because I do want our collection to kind of be pretty balanced with like the theming and like different mechanisms and stuff. So I do want to group all of our games into mechanisms at one point as well, just to kind of feel that out. But for now, like I said, I am wanting to do theme. So let me go grab the animal themed games and then we'll put those on the shelf. I did also remember that some of these games like Wingspan and Everdell are ones that I did have on this shelf here. So I think I might end up moving those back to here. I had Everdell kind of stacked on a shelf, so I think I might put those back. And then I think I did have Wingspan stacked, so I think I'm going to stick with that one being on this shelf here. I'll show you guys this one in a second, but I'll just stack those there. And I think I'll put Seize the Bean back on here too. Until I like get more like new games to feature on this one and just more games in general, this will be pretty bare, and I'll like obviously replace some as I get new ones, but yes. For animal games, I have Calico. Eventually I would love to get Cascadia because so many people talk about it and how amazing it is, but like I don't know, does it live up to the hype? Like I feel like it is very hyped up, but maybe it actually is a really good game. We will have to see. But we have Barron Park, which I think I want to grab, what is it called? 10 Penny Parks is like a amusement themed or like amusement park themed game. I would love that one eventually. This whole this whole video is just me telling you guys the games that I want to get. But yeah, if I do get 10 Penny Parks, I will most likely put it beside Barron Park, even though it's not really like animal themed. I just feel like Barron Park, 10 Penny Parks, I just feel like it kind of goes together. Also, speaking of parks, I have parks here as well. Takanoko is not super like animal themed, but it does have the cute little panda. I think it's actually more like gardening themed than anything, but see, that's weird. Why did I talked about like 12 gardening games and I literally didn't even put Takanoko in there. What a weirdo. I had more nature / animal themed games, but I guess I don't have as much as I thought. I I guess, like, if you think about it, I do have quite a bit of nature and animals on like the main shelf, so that makes a little bit more sense. But I really thought I had more. I do think I'm going to move this shelf down though. Okay, so that is this shelf. I know sunset over water looks a little bit weird, just randomly horizontal, but I do eventually want to get herbaceous and floriferous. Those are both from Pencil First Games, the same publisher as Sunset Over Water. I believe they're all from the same designers as well, but I would love to get those eventually and stack those in a little pile here because all the boxes are the same size, which is really cute. And they're both obviously nature themed. So yes, that is my really sad animal / nature theme. Very sad about that, but moving on, I think I'm gonna do, I was gonna say the city / home building, but I think I might do travel and food here. So let me go get all those. All right, so we are officially finished with this shelf. It is looking a little bit more empty than that one, but I am really happy. The only one that's like super random is this bottom shelf. Please let me know if you guys think there would be a better category for any of these. Not 100% sure, but Caverna has to be horizontal because we have an insert in it and it's all like organized and nice. So kept it like that. So you have my roll and writes. We got animal and nature, food and travel locations, I guess. There's city / home building and then random at the bottom. So yes, that is that. Again, we have canvas there. And then this is what the calyx is looking like. So we do have some in all 8 at the top, but nothing in the 8 at the bottom. So yeah, we'll just continue working on filling up this as well as moving some games over to here. But overall, I am very happy with how the collection is organized now. Kind of makes a little bit more sense in my head since I'm such a theme type person. And then we just have a few expansions here that are just empty and don't have anything in them. And these 2 games are ones that we are wanting to play before we decide if we're going to get rid of them. So yes, that is all we have left. So that is going to be everything for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed just hanging out with me while I reorganized our collection. Let me know if there's any games that you guys recommend based on all of the games that we have now. I would love to just have a bunch of conversations down in the comment section about new games because honestly that is always what I'm thinking about. It's bad, but I love board games so much. So yes, I'm constantly wanting to try new ones and like share them with you guys and everything. But also, like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about me starting a totally separate board game channel. I would appreciate any sort of comment for you guys about that, just because it's something that I've definitely been considering and I want to make sure it's okay with you guys. Or if you'd rather me just keep everything on the same channel, please let me know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you have yet to do so. Comment down below all the things that I told you throughout the video. I love you guys so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.